Welcome to Issues and Answers with Diane Kinderwater. Issues and Answers is presented as a public service to inform, educate, and better the lives of New Mexicans. And now, Issues and Answers with your host, Diane Kinderwater.
Welcome to the program. I'm Diane Kinderwater. We introduced you to Madison Kettler, who was Miss New Mexico, or currently is Miss New Mexico, but I didn't realize there is a Miss New Mexico's teen. And we're going to meet Miss New Mexico's teen. It's Tinaya St. Classes Brown. She's my guest today. And we're going to talk about the teen portion of the Miss America Pageant and what this means in her life and maybe how this might affect your life as well. So please stay with us as we discuss Miss New Mexico's teen 2025. We'll be back right after this. Oh, I'm laughing because my guest, Miss New Mexico's teen, is a vivacious, brilliant young woman, 17 years old, and her plans for her future is to be a neuropsychologist. And I'm thinking, well, I'm not really sure what that does. So thank you for being part of the program. Tinaya St. Classes Brown. Yes. Thank you for being part of Issues and Answers. And before we talk about Miss New Mexico's teen, what is a neuropsychologist and what would you do?
Well, neuropsychology is a branch separate from psychology that specifically studies how the neurons connect to different aspects of our life. And I want to focus on neurological disabilities regarding little kids. So that would be like diagnosing ADHD and autism within schools.
Thank you. And why do you want to do that?
Well, I had a neuropsychology professor a couple semesters ago at CNM, and he really inspired me to go after my dreams and take full advantage of the scholarship opportunities that the Miss America program has to offer.
And that's going on to, you're currently a high school junior at College and Career High School, which is located at the main CNM campus. You're currently receiving your associate degree in psychology.
Yes.
And so the scholarship part of the program, that would pay for a master's postdoctorate degree?
It would.
Oh my gosh.
I currently have 6 offers for full ride for at least 4 years, and I have cash scholarships on top of that. So.
And a lot of this comes from the Miss America Pageant?
All of it, yes.
Okay, so that kind of used to be called a beauty pageant, and now it's considered what? What do you consider the Miss America Pageant?
It's about service. It's about inspiring young women to take advantage of all opportunities that life has to offer. I would say it's very much a self-improvement program because it teaches you to be involved in your community, and it gives you the scholarships to succeed.
Well, you said a full ride actually from the Miss America Pageant.
Yes. So they have one to the University of Alabama and also one to the University of Mississippi for teen state title holders.
To go study a 4-year degree?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Of course, here in New Mexico, we're very fortunate because of the Legislative College Scholarship Program. We have a full ride for UNM.
Yes.
Which is, or New Mexico State, or the one in Socorro.
Yes.
Right? So we do have a scholarship program.
Yes, and the Miss New Mexico scholarship opportunity actually offers scholarships to, I think, 4 universities located within New Mexico. So that would be like New Mexico State,
New Mexico Tech?
Western, yes, all of those.
And is that for Miss New Mexico or for Miss New Mexico's teen?
Both. For those
boy.
ones, yes.
Since you received the title of Miss New Mexico's teen in 2025, that was in mid-June in Alamogordo, it was the same time as the Miss New Mexico pageant. Will you run for Miss New Mexico?
Yes, I'm planning on it. Now that I have been to Miss America's teen, I saw all the brilliant young women at Miss America, and it really inspired me to just further my journey and hopefully end up there one day.
Oh, again.
Yes.
So again, you are Miss New Mexico's teen. You ran in the pageant, the same pageant in Alamogordo as
Yes.
Miss New Mexico. And then you went on to the Miss America pageant, which was in, I think, Orlando in September.
Yes.
As Miss New Mexico's teen, but you want to go back as Miss New Mexico.
Yes.
So will you apply starting this January or wait a year or two?
I'm going to wait a year or two just because I want to continue to further my education and really get sturdy with and decide what college I want to go to. And then I will come back to New Mexico because I'm thinking of going out of state, and I will compete for Miss New Mexico.
Ah, you're going out of state for college?
I'm hoping, yes.
Where are you thinking of going?
I'm really looking at taking advantage of the Alabama State University scholarship opportunity. So yes.
But you still have a year of high school to go.
Yes, I do.
Oh, you've got a long life ahead of you, Tinaya, right? A long career, long educational career.
Yes.
At 17, what a brilliant young woman to have done this. Did you always want to be in pageants when you were younger, or when did you start becoming interested in this pageant?
No, so I actually didn't find out about pageantry until 2 years ago. I didn't know how to get involved in the opportunities, but I had always wanted to be a princess, as every little girl does. It was a Super Bowl Sunday, and one of my parents' friends had came up to me. She offered to coach me for the Miss New Mexico teen pageant and mentor me. So ever since that day, I have really been enamored with it, and I keep going.
And that was just 2 years ago at a Super Bowl, which probably was in February, and
Yes.
she just saw you and said, why don't I coach you?
Yes.
Did you even know about the Miss New Mexico teens? I didn't
No.
know about it either.
I had no idea, but as soon as I found out about the scholarships that it offered, I was instantly ready to go.
Fantastic. So tell me how the experience was in Alamogordo compared to competing for the Miss America's team in
Well-
Orlando nationally. I mean, at 16, you were probably 16.
Yes, I was. Yes. So in New Mexico, in the Miss New Mexico pageant, we have a very close family. When you go there, all of the board members and staff who volunteer really feel like your family members throughout the week, and all of the girls as well. It's very friendly. We all do each other's makeup down in the dressing rooms. It's honestly the best experience I've ever had with girls. And same as in Miss America, it was such like, we all have the same interests and the same like loves and passions, and we want to pursue the same goals in the future. So having that strong group of women together really empowers you.
Because why?
Because when you all share the same goals, it's very easy to build connections with each other. And so we were all talking about, oh, are you going to Alabama University? Maybe I'll see you there next year. And we all want to see each other again and pursue our educational goals.
We talked in our last program, but I'll share again, the Miss America's mission is to empower women to lead.
Yes.
Be a leader with purpose, advancing education, which you're very interested in, service, and the scholarship, which you're very interested in as well, while guiding a lifelong foundation of sisterhood and civic responsibility. Part of the pageant is having a civic responsibility, a civic program. We understand there's an interview process, evening gown,
Yes.
modeling, activewear modeling, and then also talent. Tell me what your talent was.
So I sang A Bridge Over Troubled Water by Simon and Garfunkel. It was amazing getting to share my talent on stage. I have always loved singing. I've been singing since I was 5 years old. So getting to share that talent on a national stage was really inspiring.
Now, the Miss America's pageant is broadcast live on
Yes.
TV. How do they handle the Miss America's teen program?
They do the same. They live broadcasted, I believe it was on YouTube, and it's on the same channel that you can stream it from the Miss America.
Oh,
Yes.
Is it on before the program? Or?
I believe you have to pay for a package to actually like get access to it, and it's a code, but it is able to stream on your TV.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's Miss Teen. Was it Miss? I can't remember. Was Miss America on live TV free or
No. I believe it's the same
Okay,
package.
maybe that was Miss America, Miss USA. I don't know.
Maybe.
I used to watch it. I thought it was on.
Oh,
but-
it used to be. Miss America definitely used to be networked, and so did Miss America's Teen, but it was recently just a new.
Okay, on streaming live.
Yes.
So how was it to be on streaming live on TV at 16 years old, 17 years old?
It was amazing. I just remember the cameras and the lights, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love being in the spotlight. I love being able to showcase what I have worked so hard for. So that was truly amazing.
When you went to the college and career high school, did you have other opportunities to sing, or what opportunities to sing do you have in New Mexico?
So actually, in the coming weeks, I am going to be singing at the New Mexico Bowl. I'm so excited for that. I get to sing the national anthem, and hopefully at my school in the future, they've also offered to let me sing the national anthem. But
Wow.
Yes, the school itself doesn't have any extracurriculars for singing.
But how do you sing then in New Mexico in addition to these national anthems? At church or what other opportunities?
So I have been in private singing lessons since I was 5 years old. No matter what, my mom has always made it her absolute goal to put me in singing lessons because she knows that's what I'm most passionate about. So.
But do you sing elsewhere?
I sing at recitals mostly at recitals for my private singing lessons. And I have gotten the opportunity as Miss New Mexico's teen to sing the national anthem, so I'm very excited to do that in the upcoming weeks.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yes.
Did you sing at the Balloon Fiesta?
No, I didn't.
No, maybe next year you could
Yes.
be doing that. What do you expect? What was your talent is singing? What is your civic program?
So I love bridging generation gaps. I aim to connect teens and seniors. So I often go to just a bunch of nursing homes and local care centers in New Mexico for seniors. And I volunteer. I sing there. I do sing there.
Okay, well
yes.
there you're singing.
Yes. So
How
that's
fortunate for them to hear you and for you to have an audience.
yes. That's what it's my passion. I love bridging generation gaps. I used to love doing it when I was little, just going and visiting my great-grandfather, so that's how I got the passion for the initiative.
Where would you visit your great-grandfather?
He used to be in the nursing home at the Beehive, and I just remember everybody wanted to see I was like 5, so everybody was like, oh my God, it's a little girl, and they all came up to me, so that is when I started to just love being around seniors.
Because they loved you.
Yes,
they loved
me,
you.
yes.
So part of your program is how would you bridge the gap?
I bridge the gap by doing activities. So I really believe that intergenerational activities can help open communication. So whether that be just doing art together, doing fun games like bringing Nerf guns there and having them shoot at a target, really easy stuff that's also very engaging and fun, really helps them open up and communicate.
Cool.
Yes.
Is the name of does your program have a name?
Yes, so bridging generation gaps, and I aim to bridge the gaps between youth and teens.
What do you expect to do in 2026, this year, 2026?
As much as I can. I love to be as involved in the community as possible, and my school gives me a lot of freedom to be involved. It gives me a lot of wiggle room to go to as many events as possible.
And so you go to events representing Miss New Mexico's
Yes,
teen.
yes.
And what do you do at the events?
I do all kinds of community service and volunteering. I just love signing up for any volunteer events that I can and helping out by getting hands-on in our community.
Give me some examples of things that you've done.
Recently, I've been going to the Rail Yards Market, and they do food distribution for youth and seniors throughout New Mexico. They work with the Department of Senior Care and the Department of Food and in New Mexico, and they distribute free local grown food.
And so you go and volunteer?
Yes.
On the weekends, I think it is?
Yes, I do.
Do you wear your tiara?
Yes, I do.
That's okay. That's fine. And what do people tell you when they see you?
They're like, oh, I never would have thought I would see you here, because I go to a lot of random places where it's just helping out with food banks and food shelters, and you never would have thought.
They said we never thought you'd see you there.
Yes.
Now I saw you at the Balloon Fiesta, the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta.
Yes.
What were you doing there?
I got to go up in a balloon. That was one of the many cool things I got to do as Miss New Mexico's teen this year. It was amazing getting to see all the balloons above and below me.
What other cool things did you get to do as Miss New Mexico's teen?
Well, I got to go to Orlando for the national competition. That was really cool. I got to go to both Disney World and Universal Studios. I'm really looking forward to singing the national anthem at the New Mexico Bowl, and I can't wait to share that talent.
Oh, how exciting for you. And plus you have some high school to go. You have a whole year and a half of high
Yes.
school to go, correct?
Yes.
What do you encourage other people to become part of this pageant?
Yes, of course I do. I really encourage all teens around New Mexico to become a part of this pageant because it encourages scholarship opportunities, and it's the #1 program if you want to build your self-esteem and your opportunities.
Has it built your self-esteem?
Of course.
How's that?
When I first started pageantry, I had no idea how to talk in an interview. I had no idea how to have the poise and confidence to go up on stage without getting nervous and actually share my talent with the world. So that was all things that had grown from the Miss America organization.
Well, you were a singer before at
Yes.
your recitals. Did you get nervous doing that?
Oh yes, I had.
you did? Okay,
yes.
okay, that's okay.
I had major stage fright before the Miss America organization helped open me up.
What did they do? What did they do differently?
Well, when I get on stage, I feel the surrounding support of my sisterhood and all of the friendships that I have made throughout the week. So I don't feel quite as nervous when I know all the girls around me are there to support and have the same, it's like really fun. It's like a fun time when you get
Other than
up
feeling
there.
critiqued, maybe. I mean, having the support meant a difference than before when you sang.
Yes.
At your recitals, you would get nervous. Why do you think there was a difference then when you got nervous then and not at the Miss America pageant?
Maybe because I felt more alone, like I was going into the recital by myself. But when I had the backing of my sisters and the sisterhood of the Miss America organization, it really helped me break out of my shell.
You had a shell?
Yes.
I don't think you had a shell. If you were a singer since 5 years old.
It was hard to believe for everyone.
Oh, how delightful you are. Do you remember the question? Because I know part of the pageant is asking a question in New Mexico and then in Orlando. So what was the question they asked you?
In Orlando?
No, first let's start with New Mexico.
Oh, in New Mexico? Okay, so we have 2 questions we get asked. And the first question I got asked was about
they had 2 questions?
Yes, the first one we get asked is about our community service initiative. And then the second question we get asked could be about
world peace. That's the one that they always talk about in the movies, like, oh, the Miss America pageant is world peace.
Yes, general topics.
No, that's the answer.
Yes, world peace.
So they had a second question. What was their second question?
My second question was about mental health in teens and how pageantry could affect maybe self-esteem or self-image. And I answered that as in I actually think it helps boost your self-esteem and self-image. And anybody who I've ever talked to has also felt that confidence when they're up on stage.
So they were concerned, of course, with teens
Yes.
of the mental illness because meant the image of yourself.
Yes.
With all the social media, with all the people taking selfies, that has changed quite a bit,
Yes.
Tinaya, compared to other generations. So I think probably mental illness with teens is a serious, serious topic, a serious consideration.
Yes, I agree. And I think the Miss America organization doesn't, it helps mental illness because we advocate for people to seek help and for other teens to seek resources. And also, I feel like just being on stage gives you the confidence. Before the Miss America organization, I didn't have a lot of confidence and I was very shy. And after, I'm like a whole brand new person. I wear heels, I wear a bunch of makeup, and it all makes me very happy. And rather than hinder my self-confidence, I feel it's boosted.
Do you find as a young woman, your friends before the Miss America pageant, is there a problem with teens and their self-identity, especially because of all the selfies and all the social media? Have you found people, I mean, you hear that in the news.
Yes.
There's a high suicide rate. There's a lot of pressure because of social media. Your peers, when you're growing up, and you're only 17 now, but when you were 14, 15, 16, did you feel the pressure or did you know friends who felt the pressure because of social media?
I know everybody feels pressure because of social media. That is a very big challenge within teens' life. And that's why I think it's very important to not only show myself doing the fun things like photo shoots, but also just show myself being raw and involved in my community. No matter if I'm sweating and all my makeup is coming off, I'm still going to post that photo and showcase it because I'm getting involved. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's very important to show teens that it's okay to not always be perfect and look a little, you know, it's okay to be not what the media portrays.
But people on social media tend to just want to show a perfect life,
Exactly.
and that's where the pressure comes from.
Yes, the highlight reel.
The highlight, that it's not all that good. Tinaya, what was your question in Orlando at the Miss America Teens pageant?
I got asked about my community service
Okay,
initiative.
good, that's good.
Yes, so they asked me how I was planning on bridging generation gaps and what was the easiest way to do that. So I shared how intergenerational activities can really help open up communication.
And you do the painting, you do the gun, the Nerf guns and the spray paint.
Yes.
That's fun. You have
Yes.
fun with them.
Yes, I
Where do you do that around town?
So right now, I am very involved with Paloma Landing. They have been very gracious to me and they let me come and volunteer whenever I need, so.
Where is that located? Is it a senior center?
Yes, it's an assisted living,
Okay.
so they have their own apartments. It's really cool. It's very vibrant there and very active, so I love going there. It's located in the Northeast Heights, and I'm also go all over town, though, to any senior care centers that are willing to have me.
There's a lot of nice positive senior centers too.
Yes.
Athletic centers.
Yes.
Like Geneva, what is it called? Over the one on Eubank. There's one there, one on Paseo del Norte.
Yes.
I think they're called, I know, multi-generational centers.
Yes,
Just not
multi-generational
centers. Is that?
Yes.
So we just have a few minutes left. What else would you like to have people know about you and your future? And as I said, you're studying neuropsychology, and you explained all that. That's fabulous.
Well, another big part of the Miss America organization is staying Miss America fit. And a lot of one thing that people don't know about me often is that I'm a figure skater. So
I thought you were a singer.
I'm both.
Okay.
You still got to stay active, and I've been doing a lot of sports ever since I was little.
Now, where do you do the figure skating?
I do it at Outpost up on Tramway.
Wow. What can you do as a figure skater?
Ooh,
I can skate backwards, forwards,
Yes.
but twirls or what?
Crossovers.
That's crossing the skates like,
Yes,
okay.
crossing your skates over. I just have learned the spin, I forgot what it's called now, where you cross your leg over your other one while you're spinning, so that's very hard. I love doing, oh my gosh, sorry, I'm like blanking on the actual literal terms, but I can like put my leg in the air, so yeah.
And hold the skate?
Yeah, I can.
Did you ever want to be in the Olympics?
I feel like I started too late for that, sadly, but when I was little, I used to want to be an Olympic gymnast because I actually did gymnastics for 10 years. Yeah.
But fitness is a key for the Miss America Pageant.
Yes, and it's a key in my own life as well. I just love staying fit. It's very good for both mental and physical health. I know we were talking about mental health.
Yes.
Yes.
I find for the mental health, it truly is. If I can encourage people who are in depression,
Yes.
my philosophy always, Tinaya, was just get up and get out and go for a walk in the morning, because you feel like you have a sense of accomplishment. You might feel like staying in bed, but if you get up and get out and just walk briskly, when you come back, you feel just so much better.
Yes.
The mental health, and then of course physically as well.
Yeah.
Because the endorphins and such, and then you'll have a positive day, and at least you know you've accomplished something that day. Mm-hmm. How do you feel the mindset for the seniors that you visit? You want to bridge the gap with them, but becoming older isn't fun, Tinaya. Mm-hmm. So what are you finding with the seniors? I mean, you bring them joy, but how do you find them to be?
I find them to be isolated sometimes. So I find my job is to actually go to their rooms and be like, hi, it's Miss New Mexico's team. Do you want to come out and engage in this activity with me? Really just being involved, because a lot of time seniors feel like you don't really care and you're not involved as you say you are or want to be in the community. So I find by actually showing them and just showing up is the best way that I can get them to break out of their isolation in the shell.
They are in isolation, you find,
Yes.
even though they have employees, but not enough to
Yes.
care to bring them out of their shells. Why do you think they feel so isolated? I mean, they're in a facility where they have a lot of activities, but what do you
Yes.
think is going on with them?
A lot of the times it's isolation from separate generations because family members don't come and visit, or they don't come and visit as often as they should. So seniors can go being left alone for months at a time, and that can get really sad and depressing for a lot. So I find just by going and showing up and knocking on their door, bringing a new face to the environment can really help.
Do they share that sometimes, that their
Yes.
family doesn't come visit them, though? Do
Yes.
they say that?
They do. They often tell me that their family hasn't been there in years, even sometimes I hear. And that could even just be because they live in a different country or a different state. And that is what I've heard often as well. But it's just nice to have a new face.
But that's good to know as a young person that that's a situation our seniors are feeling.
Yes.
Part of your maybe community service or your job with neuropsychology maybe could affect that, because that isn't fair, is it?
No.
To see that.
No. It's not. And I definitely have done a lot of studies and papers on isolation within seniors. And that happens a lot because of the neurons in your brain. A lot of it is just because of hormonal and chemical changes that make seniors less social. So by actually physically going and trying to socialize, it can reactivate those chemicals in your brain.
Oh,
Yes.
well, I know with the endorphins it does,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
The activity changes the composition, but I didn't know with the neurons unless those are still neurons. So how
Yes.
interesting. So maybe share that they'll feel better just getting up and getting going and joining in the activity will
Yep.
affect the neurons.
Yep.
That's very positive. Thank you so much for being part of this program, for
Thank you for
sharing
having
your
me.
insight in the elderly generation that you see and that you want to bridge the gap between that.
Yes.
And your future is so promising. And for the young
you.
women out there who may want to be part of Miss New Mexico Teens, what do you suggest they do?
I suggest that they follow our social media pages, and they can
Which is what?
Which is Miss New Mexico or Miss New Mexico Teen, and they can also reach out to our director at missnewmexico@yahoo.com if they want any information.
And they can see you in your Nissan TV commercial.
They
that
can
you
also,
did.
yes.
I saw that online. You see that online on your Facebook page.
Yes.
So there's a lot to do. Well, you bring a lot of promise to our community in
Thank
what
you.
you're doing, and of course your future is very bright and promising, and hopefully an inspiration, and you are a role model for other young women.
Thank you.
How does that feel?
It feels amazing. I love doing as much in my community as I possibly can, so I'm glad I can inspire.
Isn't that wonderful? What a gift. Tinaya St. Classes Brown, thanks so much for all that you do in our community and for being a positive role model for everybody out there. And thank you. I'm Diane Kinderwater. Thanks for watching the program. Have a great year, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Issues and Answers with your host, Diane Kinderwater, is presented as a public service to inform, educate, and better the lives of New Mexicans. To comment on today's program, email us at info@kchftv.org or call us at 505-345-1991. Join us again for Issues and Answers with Diane Kinderwater.